Child abuse is a crime that should be seriously taken into consideration. It is a crisis that must not be overlooked under any circumstance. Children's psyche is very important to take care of because once it's damaged, it brings about more serious problems. Moreover, if there are no fast measures taken to rehabilitate the child's psyche, there is a very high possibility for the child to grow up mentally and psychologically disturbed. However, some abused kids thankfully fall into the right hands and their lives are changed forever. For example, remember child psychopath Beth Thomas? This is how she's turned her life around. This is our story today. Now, abuse and treatment. It all started when Beth, who used to be referred to as the Rage Girl, confessed in her therapy sessions that her biological parents abused her physically and sexually. The child was diagnosed with a disorder which is known as reactive attachment disorder. In other words, the girl was incapable of forming human connections or at least developing the simplest social reactions. It was a normal response to what she went through because it left her speechless and affected her psyche negatively indeed. Her condition was very critical and could no way have been ignored. Therefore, she was taken from home to be given intense behavior modification treatment, which of course had some very strict rules that had to be followed, but it was totally worthwhile and effective. It taught the girl to show feelings of sympathy and remorse. Luckily, she responded very well to the treatment and started empathizing with others. She was doing a great job during a very hard time in her life. Way to go, Beth. Beth Thomas now. Beth went through a lot of unbearable situations and circumstances which killed her childhood before even experiencing some of it. She endured many years and kept holding on. Her determination to become a normal person was her main motive. It is true that she went through many years of therapy, but the results were satisfactory and beyond expectations. She grew up to be a successful and a very healthy adult. What is more, she had a degree in nursing, and you can guess what her plans are. She is now determined to help other children who are suffering from the same exact medical condition that she suffered from when she was a child. Now that she has absolutely become an expert and knows all about the therapy procedures, she is definitely the best advisor and the perfect therapist. Furthermore, her mother, Nancy Thomas, also opened a clinic to help children who have severe behavior disturbances like Beth when she was a child. Now, Beth has become a registered nurse who can officially be in direct contact with patients. Of course, someone who had gone through a very difficult time in their life is very familiar with the symptoms that other people are suffering from, which resembles theirs at some point in their life. This means they will be capable of listening and understanding completely. I guess attending a therapy group is a very good idea to help people who share the same medical condition heal by talking together and listening to each other. It takes determination, patience, perseverance, and strength of will for abused people like Beth to heal completely and lead a normal life later on. It takes a lot of work to help people with serious behavior disturbances and disorders to function properly and get along with other people, especially when it comes to dealing with children, to get over their abused childhood. It is quite traumatic, but someone as brave as Beth knows that where there is a will, there is a way. But of course, not every child could be as determined and strong as Beth. Some can hardly get over their traumas, and thus, they grow up very psychologically drained adults who cannot function properly. Dear parents, do not bring children into the world when you are not ready enough to take care of their physical and psychological conditions. You are not aware of the repercussions of victimizing your children. After watching this story, tell us in the comments section below, how do you feel when you hear an abused child's story? What are some of the best ways to help those abused children to recover from their traumas and lead a normal life when they grow up? How can we raise parents' awareness to protect their children? It is certain that some scars will forever remain. But what do you think our role is to make those scars at least hurt less? Personally speaking, I believe all they need from us is just to make them feel safe, important, and worthy of love.